This is the Plough and Harrow Western Sydney Parklands. I remember in this area he was one lane each way. Now we've got two each way, traffic lights, you name it there. So up the top of the hill is Cow Pasture Road, which when I first started traversing this area, it was literally through a cow pasture. This would have to be Mombasa.
Mombasa?
Well, Bombay, whatever they want to
Bombay? Oh,
Bombay. Indian. Oh, yeah. It's Liverpool's Indian bill. Here we are. Just to give you an indication that, yes, Graham is actually driving the car. And there you go. Look at that. And you can tell it's a sunny day because he's got his goggles. His sunnies on. His sunnies on, yes. Now and then you find a house in amongst all the units. Oh, units. This is one of the very, very busiest intersections in Liverpool. Where are we going, right? Oh, we're going down this way. Oh, we're turning left. Oh, yeah, sideways. Oh. Now we're heading back into the precinct of the city of Liverpool, and we should turn to the right here, Graham. Yes, Graham's got it. Oh, yes. Yeah, we're going over the railway line now, which is the main line down to Wollongong. It's a creek. Don't know what that's called, but anyway, it's a creek. It's a bit of industry here. Liverpool industry. Now we're about to turn onto the notorious Heathcote Road.
Why is it notorious?
Because it's notorious, Graham, because there's so many deaths and tragedies happen. There's a couple of creeks down here that people decide to go too fast. There's a lot of trucks, coal trucks. There's a couple of dams. There's a lot of trucks. There's the M5 down there.
That's a lorry.
Yeah, that used to be the old bridge, and that's where all the deaths would used to occur. So obviously they realise that that is a death sentence for motorists. There it is. There's the road there. That used to be the old road. Well, they're doing something about it. I think that what they're going to do is eventually make this two-way, like 2 lanes coming down, 2 lanes going up. Because
what's this truck doing? He had something down on. Now he's lifting it up.
it is.
What was it? Was he surveying the road or something?
Wow.
See, that thing has just gone back up.
Yes.
It was down.
Yes.
Scraping along the road. Was it some sort of radar or bloody sonar or something?
Could be.
Maybe it's the Google truck. Because he's lifted it all the way up now. Wow.
And now it's turning around like a ride, isn't it? Very.
It's going over the top onto the roof.
Now it's disappeared onto the roof.
Oh, the whole sign's gone and all.
Yeah.
Wow. Now he's taken off like a rocket, and the guy in the black's still sitting here stunned.
There's no one behind us.
Yeah, there's a big truck.
Oh, there's a big truck, isn't there? Waterfall Railway Station. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. Goodbye. Okay. Then we're turning here. We're through the Royal National Park. As you can see, there's a lot of commuters come from Waterfall. I'd hate to have to park my car along here.
I know. You've got so much space. Why couldn't they build them a car park?
Every day. Well, they have got 2 car parks, I noticed.
Well, so it's not big enough.
Well, no, they're only single. This is the Royal National Park. When I was a young fellow, I used to call that windy road sign Mr. Frosty.
Yeah.
So here we are around the bends.
It's on the side of the road.
Through the National Park, Royal National Park sign. Here we go. I'm trying to not just take a picture of the windscreen wiper.
And the dirt on the windscreen.
Royal National Park, the sign there. Okay, around the bends. I'm getting seasick. There's Mr. Frosty again. Yes. 25. Graham's doing 40. Ah, crashing. Oh. Yes. Someone should blow this road up. You could if you're a teenager on a bike.
Yeah, we bought our bikes.
Oh, I was right.
Yep.
Teenagers and their push bikes. I've got motors.
Motorbikes.
They're about as fast as push bikes. The national parks per se. And whoa, Winnebago.
First view of the water.
There is the ocean. That's the Tasman Sea. It's not an ocean. That's for those that don't know, we have the Pacific Ocean, but in between north and can't see that. We have the Tasman Sea, which of course was named after Abel Tasman, the famous navigator that came to Australia and
navigated.
Yeah, so the Tasman Sea goes between here in our cousins, the Kiwis, the New Zealanders, for those that don't know what Kiwi is. 15, and Graham's doing 60. Hello, he's still doing 60 and the sign said 15. Woo! G-forces. Oh.
That was a good term, wasn't it?
Oh. The reason why they're doing this, by the way, is this is a very, very awesome spot here, because
what's the roundabout for?
Yeah, on the weekends, this is just filled up with people that come here and jump off the cliff there.
Off the cliff.
Yeah, they jump off the cliff, and on top of them, they've actually got a hang glider. So that's where they do all the hang gliding here.
Bloody nylon.
And it's always a bad spot because people. Oh, here we go. So Lawrence Hargrave Drive. There we go. Photograph of down there. Yes. Oh, what a beautiful spot. That there is part of what's called the Illawarra. Now, Illawarra is an Aboriginal word which basically means
Ill and Warra.
Yeah. It basically means it's an, as I say, it's an Aboriginal word, and it means the land between the cliff and the sea. The Aboriginals, of course, from this area,
very intelligent.
They well, probably were, but they have a simple language, and where we might use 3 or 4 words to describe something, they've just got simple.
Yeah, like our simple word for have a good weekend.
Yes. Worthwhile filming. Oh, big truck. Now, this particular piece of road, which is what I turned it on immediately just now, actually goes hovers out over the ocean, and it's
the old bridge up the road.
yeah, it's well famous now. Seacliff Bridge, it's called. So we're actually out over the ocean now. Well, now we are.
Because the road was down there.
Yeah.
And it's all, look, a great big rock in the middle.
It's all, yeah.
Collapsed onto it.
Yeah.
No wonder we had trouble getting down this road.
So,
High, isn't it?
yes, the escarpment, yes. So there's the, to proof there's the ocean underneath us. In case you doubted me, you wouldn't do that, would you? No, of course not.
What are they doing there? They put panels on the concrete to stop the rocks.
Stop the rocks falling, yes.
It didn't work. What's this stupid kids doing?
Photographing?
Walking on the friggin' thing here. Stupid idiots.
Yes.
One of them just topples over on the road.
Dead.
Someone's coming past.
Especially if there's a wheel that goes over the top of them.
There's a guy standing in the middle of the road.
There we are. Now we're back on terra firma, so to speak. Graham, you're a rough drive. I'm bouncing up and down here. This is terrible. This is terrible. Anyway, this is the panorama of what you see
Car park.
when you get... No, look at the beautiful ocean. The beautiful... Look, your friends from overseas wouldn't know that we drive... whatever that is. From Korea.
Kia.
That one's from Mitsubishi,
Japan,
actually, from Japan.
It's another Kia.
There's a Volvo from Sweden.
Oh, friggin' Japanese.
Jap, the white one
no,
there. There's a Hold. There's a white one.
Yeah,
no, it's a Falcon. It's Falcon.
They're still made in bloody China.
Mazda, Subaru, or as I've mentioned Kiwis before, they call them Subarus. Subarus.
Probably try and sink them. That's why.
That four-wheel drive thing there is made in Indonesia.
Australia, and that's why they call them subs.
Oh yeah,
Trying to
okay.
drive them under the ocean.
So as you can see, we're a multicultural vehicle thing. We've got in all these.
Multicultural. It's all friggin' Asian.
Well, that's multicultural. That's what we are now. We're not Australian anymore. There's out of all these. Wait a minute, one there. That's the white one in the middle of the three. And I was panning around here very quickly. That red one at the end was made in Australia as well. That's a Toyota Camry. We are in one of the most stupidest rules ever implemented on motorists in New South Wales history. It's called the school zone. 40 kilometres an hour.
Oh, but look at all the school kids. I mean, they're everywhere.
And that's why I'm taking this, because everyone can see how many school kids are being influenced by us doing 40 kilometres an hour.
Yeah.
Now we've entered the school zone.
That's
wow. We can do 60. And
we actually saw two kids after
well, we just thought, yeah. You might have heard them in the background. Yeah, but yeah, this is... I just want to take this because we're coming up to some of the beaches. I've just missed one, but this is one of the beaches I used to frequent in my younger days, last year.
Last year. What beach is this?
I think this is Coldale. It doesn't look very much, but when you're down there, it's
nice on the weekend.
It's beautiful down there and plenty of parking. I wouldn't recommend the surfing beach, but it's a long beach. It's very good. Here we are, another 40 zone. And I want you to count the children. There's the mother, but she's looking after 2 kids.
Yeah.
There's a couple of teenagers.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
We saved their lives.
I think this is Coaldale Beach. This is a beautiful beach to frequent
There's a yellow hotel.
as I did in my youth.
It's very much looks like when you drive around DY and that.
Yes. Oh yeah. It was
And what's the other one? DY.
now we're out of the
Roy.
zone, and we did not see one.
Hargrave. It's all very similar. We didn't actually see any school kids, really near the road. Really.
No. There's only one major road running along the
Step out in the middle of the road.
running along the Illawarra.
Anita's Theatre.
Anita's
Look at this guy.
Theatre.
Look,
Yeah.
no standing.
Ooh, Graham. Ooh.
Yeah, no standing. Back of car sticking out.
Yeah. Okay. We're going up Bulli Pass, and there's a local.
He wants to. I should be going a bit faster actually.
He's a local, so he knows how to go up Bulli Pass.
Yeah, I should get a bit of speed as well. Otherwise, I won't make it to the top either.
It's 60. So you were doing 55.
No, I was talking about 30 actually.
30. Oh, no wonder he seemed like he was going fast. We're doing 60 now. Graham's car's in first gear. We're hoping it will get into second soon.
Bulli Pass is a real trial.
Ah, yes.
A lot of cars come down.
Oh, it's easier coming down.
I think it's too low a gear.
Graham's being discreet now. He's going back into second. Graham's being very discreet and
That's already in second.
locking it into second. We're really going 60. Oh,
I should get moving.
such technologies. Hello, we're
It's supposed
running.
to change the gear ratios or something.
We're running out of room here on this lane, and
That's all right.
we're going around a bend. Oh my God! Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, sideways.
I want to see how the tires are.
Whoa! The rear end just skipped out. I don't know if you felt that.
No, it didn't.
When you play this back, you'll see the rear end skipped out.
No, it's you panicking.
No, it's the camera. The camera's telling the story. Oh. Graham's got himself excited. He lost his voice.
Yeah.
Here we are. We're nearly at the top. This is Graham at 100 kilometres an hour. Look at the tension on his face. Look at the strain. Look how close we are to the vehicle in front.
Did you get my expression?
He goes, yes, scary. And here we are doing 100 and we're being overtaken by a bloody transit, a pommy van. Oh my God. Too much.
It isn't. Now he's slowed down. Or we're sped up, one of the two.
No, you're still doing 110. Oh, you're doing, yes.
Do we get to Picton Road here or did we miss that?
No, we missed that.